All right. Hey there, Celestial Mystics. It's your girl, Tiffany Satchel, your 1111 coach. Welcome back. If this is your first time viewing my content, I hope that you're subscribed, because on this channel, we talk about magic, we talk about angels, we talk about universal laws, and we talk about tarot. We're going to talk about magic and tarot a little bit more, because people are upset with me. So we're going to talk about it some more. Oh my God. I'm like, what the frick do you care about what I'm putting on my channel? What do you care? What do you care about what I share on my channel or how I share it? I'm amazed. I was like, wow, that's a little immature, isn't it? But hey, you know. Now we're going to talk about it some more. Yes, we are. All right. Okay. We also believe, without a doubt, that we deserve perfect health, abundant wealth, perfect self-expression, and relationships that are love-based and fair exchanges of energy. And I hope I can make you a believer too. So today, let's explore how the law of magic is intertwined with other universal laws. Specifically, the law of paradox and how it recognizes the movement of energies across multiple dimensions. Okay? So I'll also share how I noticed these laws playing out in my recent court case, which I already posted a video about. If I have time, I'll try to tag it somewhere. But for now, you could just go to the 1111 Coach Card Chats playlist, and if you haven't viewed it yet, okay, and if you want to check out that content. All right, so now let's raise the vibration with one of my jokes. Okay, so now, why did the wizard break up with his partner? Because they didn't have any spark left. Now I know you got that joke. Alright, forget about it. Anyway, first let's talk about magic. Spelled Magick. Okay? Now, before we dive deep into today's topic, I want to clarify something important, all right? There is a difference between magic, M-A-G-I-C, and magic, M-A-G-I-C-K, all right? And if you've been following my content, then I'm sure that you noticed that I spell magic with a K at the end. So, what's the difference? I'm glad you asked. Magic, ending with a C, is what most people think of when they hear the word stage performances, illusions, and tricks designed to entertain and amaze. It's the realm of pulling rabbits out of hats, card tricks, and making objects disappear. In this sense, magic is about creating wonder through skillful deception. However, magic with a K at the end, this is something much deeper. The term was popularized by Aleister Crowley to distinguish the spiritual and mystical practice of influencing reality from the tricks of stage magic. Okay? So magic with a K is about harnessing natural energies, focusing your will, and using rituals, symbols, and intentions to create real change in the world. It's a sacred practice that aligns us with the forces of the universe and allows us to manifest our desires in accordance with divine will. They actually use it in marketing all the time. So it works. Or they wouldn't spend billions of dollars on commercials, billboards, and logos, and so many other things. Anyway, so when I talk about magic, I'm referring to a spiritual practice, the science and art of causing change in conformity with the will. Okay? It's about working with the natural laws of the universe, like the law of paradox, to create positive outcomes, which I just uploaded a short story on. If you want to check that out, then it's in the playlist it's in the podcast Cosmic Chronicles. It's a playlist for that too. It's a playlist and a podcast for that. Eventually I'll start going live on the podcast. Alright, so magic is a powerful tool that, when used with pure intention, look at all the cars, can help us manifest our deepest desires and align ourselves with the flow of divine energy. It's the art of influencing and directing energy to create a desired outcome. But magic doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It works in harmony with universal laws. The law of paradox is particularly interesting because it recognizes how energies move and interact across 4 dimensions simultaneously, weaving together the law of cause and effect, the law of inertia, the law of microcosm and macrocosm, and the law of vibration. Now let's break it down. Let's break it down. All right. So first, the law of cause and effect, or the law of karma. A law I speak about quite often because that's the law I had tremendous lessons on. Okay? Probably because I was brought up in a Christian household. My dad consistently drilled into my foundation, you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow, you reap what you sow. So that's the first law that I usually consider whenever I decide to set a strong intention for something I want. You know, I think about who it might affect and how it might affect them And then I cast my spell. In magic, every spell or intention you set is a cause that creates an effect. Just like in a recent court case, in my recent court case, when I performed a ritual for fairness and justice, I was setting a cause into motion. The effect, my charges, and everyone else's with similar cases were dismissed. The energy you put out in a spell directly influences what you receive back. Now, I didn't expect for everyone's ticket to get dismissed. I just asked that my desire be fulfilled for the good of all and according to free will, with harm to none. That was God's gift to those blessed to be a part of my collective that day. Now, the law of inertia in magic is about maintaining the momentum of your intentions. Once you set an intention through a spell or a ritual, that energy keeps moving. It's like you push a boulder down a hill, it gains speed and power. In my court case, the momentum from my prayers, affirmations, and spell work carried that energy forward, leading to the successful outcome I desire. Not only for me, but for others as well. Next is the law of microcosm and macrocosm. This law is all about the idea, let me turn that AC off, that what happens on a small scale reflects the larger universe. So in magic, this means that the energy you work with personally, microcosm, is connected to and can influence the collective energy, macrocosm. My individual intention for justice didn't just benefit me, it resonated throughout the entire virtual courtroom, affecting everyone with similar charges. It's a powerful reminder that our personal magical work is part of a greater cosmic web. And in magic, the law of vibration teaches us that everything has a frequency. By raising your vibration through positive thoughts, emotions, and rituals, or jokes, you align yourself with higher energies that are more conducive to manifesting your desires. During my court case, I focused on maintaining a high vibration, aligning myself with fairness, justice, and protection. This alignment made it easier for me to attract a positive outcome. Not just for me, but for all those involved. I stood in the gap for everyone holding a space for them to receive a blessing as well. It was only fair. Now, we can tie this all together with the law of paradox. This law acknowledges that all these energies cause and effect, inertia, microcosm, macrocosm, the law of vibration are not just linear, but are happening in multiple dimensions at once. I remember when I first learned this, oh my God, it blew my mind. So I could imagine how, if someone's watching this video, how it's blowing their mind, because even if you knew about all four of those laws, you might not have known that these laws are actually working simultaneously. I remember when I first learned that, and that was maybe like 15, almost 20 years ago, and it was like, what? So the more I began practicing, you know, and learning to actually see it playing out in my life, but now to actually see it play out the way that it played out. I never saw it like this. It's never been like this. Or maybe I just didn't notice. But now that I want to make videos, I want to make content, I'm noticing. Okay? So it's like standing in the center of a magical sphere where your intentions send out ripples in all directions, influencing the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual planes, all simultaneously. Okay? So, as I mentioned again, in my court case, while I was focusing on my specific situation, the energies I was working with were moving in ways I couldn't see across time, space, and different dimensions. My intention not only influenced my case, but it created a ripple effect that benefited others as well. This is the magic of the law of paradox in action. It shows us that our magic isn't just a straight line from point A to point B. It's a complex, well, I hear the vibration going on. It's a complex, multi-dimensional dance where energies weave together to manifest outcomes in ways. Oh, I just made it hot in here. I got so excited. Let me turn the AC back on. Everything is perfectly aligned in the universe for a greater plan. All right. So now, how does this apply to you? I'm glad you asked. Let's say you decide you want to begin performing magic. Remember that your spells and intentions are interacting with multiple universal laws all at once. The law of magic recognizes this interplay and helps you harness these energies to create powerful, positive outcomes. Whether you're setting an intention for personal growth, protection, or success, you're working with a cosmic web of energies that transcend time and space, creating ripples that influence not just your life, but the world around you. What if you don't want to perform magic, but you want to use this law in your everyday life just as well? Well, just be mindful of your actions. That's it. That's it. It's that easy. Just be mindful of your actions. All right. So the Magician card in Tarot, which embodies the power to use all the elements and energies at your disposal to manifest your desires, or if you don't perform magic, and don't plan on doing so, what a butthead, represents you properly utilizing all of your gifts, talents, and life lessons. Okay? The magician understands the interplay of these laws and how to use them to create real, tangible results or just attain a specific goal. Okay? Now, to reinforce this, we can use 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17. Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. This verse is a perfect reflection of how we should engage with these laws, continuously setting positive intentions and staying aligned with higher energies. So for the Bible thumpers like me, how would these laws look from a biblical perspective? For the law of cause and effect, when you pray consistently, you are setting an intention and sending out energy into the universe. This is the act of continuous prayer. This is the cause. And the effect is the manifestation of your prayers. Okay? So, by praying without ceasing, you are constantly sowing seeds which will eventually yield a harvest according to the law of cause and effect. Praying without ceasing keeps the momentum of your spiritual energy moving, kicking in the law of inertia. Yes. See? Just as inertia keeps a moving object in motion, continuous prayer keeps your connection with the divine active and strong. The more you pray, the easier it becomes to stay in that spiritual rhythm. Each prayer you make is like a microcosm, small and personal, but it reflects the larger universal connection between you and God, which is the macrocosm. Okay? So praying without ceasing acknowledges that every small individual prayer contributes to the larger spiritual reality and impacts the collective consciousness. All right? So the law of microcosm and macrocosm. All right? Now, prayer all by itself is a high vibrational activity. When you pray continuously, you are maintaining a high vibration, aligning yourself with divine frequencies. This constant vibration influences your reality and helps you to attract positive outcomes, as like attracts like. The law of vibration. Just remember that we live in a dimension of duality, which can cast illusions on our paths. That's why you have to stay prayed up and connected to your core frequency of abundance and sensitive to your intuition. Okay? The law of paradox is that while prayer is a personal and internal act, it has far-reaching external effects. So I want to get out here. I'm going to go to Union. All right. By focusing inwardly in prayer, okay, you create ripples that affect the outer world in profound ways. This reflects the paradoxical nature of how something so simple and personal can have a universal impact, like a small, seemingly insignificant act of kindness, of holding the door open for someone or giving a compliment to a stranger. On the surface, this action may appear simple and personal, just a fleeting moment in your day. However, my fellow mystics, that small act can have a profound and universal impact. The person who received your kindness might be having a difficult day, and your gesture could lift their spirits, inspiring them to pass on the kindness to someone else. This creates a ripple effect where a chain of positive actions spreads far beyond the initial moment. So what began as a personal choice to be kind ends up influencing many lives, embodying the paradoxical nature of how something so simple can resonate on a much larger scale. This reflects how our personal actions, no matter how small, can contribute to a broader wave of positivity, affecting not just our immediate surroundings, but the entire world. Praying without ceasing embodies the essence of all the laws working together. Continuous prayer is a cause that creates effects. It builds momentum. It connects the microcosm with the macrocosm. It elevates your vibration, and it embodies the paradox of internal action, leading to external transformation. Through prayer, you are actively engaging with the fabric of the universe, influencing it in ways both seen and unseen. Well, that's all I have for you today, folks. I know this was long, but thanks for watching my vid. If you found this content insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with those who might benefit from understanding how these energies work together. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on magic, tarot, angels, and universal laws. I love you with that agape kind of love, and keep your intentions pure, your energy high, and trust that the universe is always working in your favor. I'll see you in the next vid.